Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to build and construct the fence to enclose this garbage enclosure. Please stay tuned and continue watching until the end so you won't miss out on any details of how you can do this kind of work as well. So yesterday I uploaded a video of how we poured all of the 9 concrete footings, and today they are dried and ready. So we can go ahead and start putting the rails and building this fence to enclose the garbage area. We're gonna try to get most of this done. Right now we're starting to cut this curb frame, the forms that were kind of in the way. We had these brackets that the supplier gave us, but when we checked them out, we noticed that they weren't gonna work because we wanted the fence panel to be flush on the outside of the whole perimeter. In order to do that, it's a different type of bracket, which I'll show you here in a little bit. In the meantime, while I go get that, we have to cut all these posts at the top. So we basically got the level, and we started from the post that is the tallest, and we measured the height, and that height is the same all the way around. The shortest one is 6 foot 2 inches tall, and then the rest of them kind of match that height. So that's what we're doing right here. We basically marked all of those posts. We're cutting each one of those 6x6, and if needed, you can cut it with a circular saw, but sometimes since they're so thick, you can also use a sawzall. We have that one right there. It works perfectly, so you can just cut it all out, and that will get you the post ready so that you can go ahead and install the rails. But here it is. Once we cut all of these ones, everything is looking nice and clean and perfect, ready for us to put those brackets for the fence rails. Now, all of this material that we used was 6x6 pressure treated posts. The rails that are going to go in between are going to be 2x6 pressure treated. And meanwhile, I went out to get a few things ready. These are the brackets right there. They're perfect to put them right at the edge. They have some holes on the inside which fasten it to the 6x6 post. And then they also have some holes on the outside, and that's how you fasten the 2x6 post to those brackets. So the strategy here, we're going to be putting one 2x6 at the very top, so it'll be flush with the surface of the post. And then we're also going to put another 2x6 post at the very bottom. And then in between, we're actually going to put two posts. Right here, the guys started to install it however they thought. But actually, when I got the plans, we double checked them and we noticed that it calls for 4 rails because it doesn't want, it wants the rails to be 2 feet on center, separated from each other, maximum. So we can't have a space taller than 2 feet in between the rails. And we noticed that when we measured it, everything, we were going to have a lot more if we only put 3. So we changed the strategy a little bit, but it's pretty simple. What we're going to do is measure from the bottom 8 inches high. That's going to be like the maximum. And then from there, that's going to be our lowest rail. And then at the top, we're just going to put it at the very top flush with the 6x6 post. So then in between, we're just going to need to have 2 rails and by doing it that way, we're going to be well below the 2 feet on center that the site plan is asking for. So we just want to follow that because in this case, we're going through an inspection, and I'm very sure that the inspector, he's going to pull the site plan and check everything. So if you don't do it per plan, that could be the risk. If you do it, if the guys here, they would have done it however they thought was best or however they liked it, then we could have probably not passed the inspection and had to redo it, which would be crazy, like having to do everything again. So, just make sure whoever you have on site that they're always double checking the plan and doing it according to that. That will keep the inspectors really happy, and you're going to make sure that you're going to pass and do it right the first time. So because tomorrow I'm going to upload the video of how to assemble and install the sliding gate, and there's also going to be two gates. One gate that opens out, and then another gate that slides. So that will be really fun, you know. That will be my next video that I'll upload. So stay tuned for that one. Today, mostly I'm going to show you how to put these rails, and then also how to install the fence panels. So once you have the bottom laid out, like right here, we measured from the lowest point, 8 inches high. That's the line from the bottom of the hardware. Then from there, you just get that same line, you know, straight, and then you want to mark the next bracket so that it is level. And then once you install it, you'll put the 2x6 on there, and always, you know, check the level just to make sure everything is perfect. Then from there, the top one is pretty straightforward. That has a pretty standard placement. So we put the top one there in place, and once we have those two, then we measure the total distance, you know, from the top rail to the bottom rail on center, and that will give us an idea of the next two in between, the height that they need to be. So we're gonna do that for each area in between the 9 posts. We almost have this right side completed. We already got the left side done, and we already started to put the fence panels. Those fence panels, the site plan, it asks us that from the bottom they're 4 inches, you know, above the ground. So that's what we're doing. We measured. It has like a gap, you know, of minimum or maximum 4 inches from the bottom. So we're going from the highest point, or basically like wherever it's the lowest, and we're measuring up the 4 inches, and then from there we run that straight line all the way through. So it will keep us in the depth within the dimensions that they want us to have. So once you put the fence panel, that's pretty much done. Now we're securing all of those temporarily with a finished nailer. That helps us just to move down the line pretty quickly. And then afterwards, we're gonna go ahead and just secure them with some coil, a coil siding nailer that we have. And we're using galvanized nails that are 1 3/4 inch long. And that's perfect, you know, to secure and fasten these fence panels to the rails. And that's pretty much it. You know, you basically just continue the process. Over there on the back, we're gonna put the fence panel on the inside, but everywhere else, the fence panels, they're gonna go on the outside, so it'll be a nice clean look. Then at the very end, we're gonna go ahead and stain everything, so this material will last a very long time. But that's pretty much the process of how you can assemble the rails and the fence panels. We hope you liked this video.